Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first, technically second episode of My Two Cents. I want to take a quick second to apologize about last couple weeks ago episodes altercations. We had way too many problems with the audio and the video. The camera angles weren't right, and there was just some echoing and the whole audio. Pretty much, it was a bad deal all around. So me and my editor talked it up, and we just decided just to scrap it, delete it, and bounce back and do another episode, just audio only, so we wouldn't have problems, with everything else. This week I had three great athletes, three great guys on the team of Jackson Prep. Three key players on the team, who are trying to bounce back from their loss against MRA and get to that championship game and hopefully come out with that championship win. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Riley Maddox, Matt Jones, and Chris Peels. What's up, guys? How we doing?
Great, man.
Great, man.
Good practice today?
Yeah. Watched a bunch of film.
Something like that.
So, obviously, you guys have had a really good season this year. 2 losses to 2 very good teams, 2 of the best teams in the state. Matt, with you and basically coming in as a sophomore and starting, not necessarily on both sides of the ball, but mainly on defense. And what was the process for you and kind of coming in and having Ely as like a coach kind of way and helping you coach up and leading the team as you get older?
I would definitely say, coming in my sophomore year, I expect to play defense a lot because Ely, being Ely, he was like my mentor and like my big brother. So once I graduated to my junior year, he just opened the gates for me. I just walked through and shut out my junior year, and now I'm here my senior year.
Yeah, and definitely have done nothing short of just shining out. I mean, almost 1,500 yards in a single season and putting up lots of points on the board. And don't worry, I'm not going to leave out your quarterback over here. Riley, you've also came in as a sophomore and just showed out junior year, doing well this year. What is y'all's mentality this year when it comes to making a run for the championship again this year?
I don't really know, honestly, our mentality. I mean, I guess you could say we're trying to. What do you think, Matt? What do you think our kind of mentality is this year?
Our mentality is
it's like to beat
go,
MRA.
No, it's to go 1-0 every week. That's our mentality.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
But as of course, we dropped 2 games, so we ain't going 1-0.
Start back
week.
over, every week.
And you finally are back. It's been 2 weeks, 2 long weeks, and I bet you were happy to get back out there. And now that y'all got PCS this coming up Friday, then after that, playoffs start. And that's when the real, obviously when the real stuff's going to begin. Obviously, will you guys have a first-round bye? Most likely, right?
If we win this Friday against PCS, we will have the first round bye.
And then y'all play in the semis at home, probably most likely against JA again.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. And I want to talk about that game. That game was, I was there, and I've had my fair share of going to great high school football games, but I think that one was by far one of the best ones that I've ever been to. I mean, not only did both teams play great, but just all the hostility going on the field. Chris, I see you over there. All the hostility. I mean, obviously that's a very big rivalry, and all the stuff going on during the week, and then none of that really matters until it comes down to the game. And obviously, Prep, you guys walked out with the win. What was it like going out there and as seniors beating Prep at home during the regular season?
You mean beating JA?
Yeah,
beating JA. I'm sorry.
It was great. I think that's probably the most, or the game that in my whole career playing football that I wanted to play the most. And maybe that was just because it was senior year in JA, but I don't know. I was really excited to play that game. I know we all were. And, that game, I think, if you really look on it and look at our other games, we weren't playing for kind of the school or the coaches. We were playing for ourselves. We wanted to
Yeah.
beat those guys on the other sideline as bad as we could.
Yeah, of course. With everything that goes on and all the stuff that that JA had going on in the offseason, with them picking up Dion and Dan, all the hype with Dion, and he's a great athlete. But you guys really locked him down. I don't remember his exact stats during that game, but I know that he didn't go over 100 yards. I don't think so. And defense showed out. Both sides of the ball played great. And I loved the little 50-50 throw up to Thaxton down the sideline. I loved when I was at the MRA game. I think you went a couple, did that play a couple times, and it worked.
Times.
Yeah, four for four every time, and that's a great play. I love it, especially with an athlete such as good as Jeffrey and Riley, who can really get up there and get it and come down with it. So since you guys are seniors, and this was probably, you got like maybe 2 games left of your high school career. How do you feel about that?
Definitely.
Well, for Matt, it probably doesn't matter because he's going to play college football.
No, but I'm not ready for my high school season to be over already. This year it kind of flew by kind of fast. And, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not ready for college yet.
Yeah.
Because, like, high school's, like, really fun to me.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah, I'm
life
definitely
goes on.
I'm definitely gonna miss it. Only guaranteed 2 more games and hopefully 3 in that championship game.
We will be playing 3 games.
Yeah.
I'm letting y'all know this now.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've been playing football since I was 8, 9 years old, and I think I'm 18 now, and this is the last time I'll strap it up because when I go to college, I mean, it's
Yeah,
no more
and
football.
are you excited about next year playing baseball?
Extremely. I can't wait to get up there, and I'm on all their social media, so I see it all the time. It just looks so fun.
Oh,
I
yeah.
go up to Oxford. I know you do, and a lot
Yeah.
of people do. Go up to Oxford, and it's just like nothing better than Oxford.
Yeah, it's a great city. Definitely one of my favorites. Where are you gonna be? I've always been. This has been my question throughout the whole year. Where are you gonna go? I know that you've got interest from a lot of different places. I know you told me, I think Southern and Memphis and all those other schools. What do you think? Where do you think you'll be ending up next year?
And bro, to be completely honest with you, I have not looked into a single college yet
Really?
because I'm too, I guess you can say, focused on my high school
On finishing? Yeah, of course.
And of course, it's my senior season, so I guess after the championship game, I'll be making, those visits and stuff.
Yeah.
The recruiting period got pushed back to January 1st.
Yeah.
So you
Because of
can't take any
COVID.
officials anywhere. So maybe after January 1st, I'll let you know.
All right, I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, which I think that makes it harder for some people. Like some people want to graduate early,
Yeah.
and now
Yeah, I know a couple guys at MC that plan to leave. The Perryman twins, man. I know you know them, and
Boy, they ain't going nowhere.
really, I thought I heard about them possibly leaving in December. Because they want to do what Jimmy did, but I haven't heard anything about where they're going yet. I know they've got a lot of offers from big D1 schools, but I haven't heard anything about them leaving. I know you talk to them
Yeah,
quite
I talk to
often.
them a lot, and they want to go to LSU, but they
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
picked up the LSU offer. So that's why I'm saying that they're not going to go anywhere until they get that LSU,
LSU offer.
which could be possibly after December.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying they probably won't leave yet.
So since you guys are seniors, you guys got a lot of younger guys who are going to take over the team next year. What has y'all's process been as far as being a leader and coaching up those young guys? Matt, I know my brother may be filling in your spot next year, and I know he's got a lot to learn. So what has been y'all's process? Coaching them up and learning them, teaching them the ropes so they can carry
Yeah.
on for next year.
Yeah, especially the quarterbacks. I know the quarterbacks get a lot of flack from Coach Black, and I've just been trying to tell them like you just got to brush it off. It's hard, and I still struggle with it. But like Gibbs and Paxton, I want them to be like the best quarterbacks for the team next year. Because I mean, I'm not gonna be here next year. I'm not saying I'm anything special. I'm just saying that Gibbs, needs to learn how to lead his team, and then next year Paxton just goes on.
And for Sam, him being a running back and him being with me in the running back group, I think he's doing like amazing this year. So I know that he's going to
Yeah.
do some big things next year, as a senior.
Yeah, I bet I can tell he's excited about finally getting able to play every play. But with you guys being seniors, I bet the coach wants to get you on as much as possible because be the last year playing and you guys won't be able. I mean, or at least you won't be able to play in a prep uniform next year. Which, by the way, those new Jordan jerseys.
Oh, did you see him?
I saw her
Oh,
Instagram
man.
picture. Those are nice.
Jump man.
What happened with
What's up to something?
Where did that come from? I mean, I know that y'all have been with Nike. I know that Nike's been y'all's main guys. I think been Nike or somebody, but Jordan, that's pretty big. That's big 23.
Yeah, I don't really know where it came from, but like I'm not complaining.
Coach Black's been up to something.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we're not playing like no Russell or like old stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So
got a-
Spall.
Yeah.
old
Oh
school
yeah.
coach.
Because if you want to go out there, you want to look good. Because if you
Yeah,
look good, then you
look
play
good, you
good.
play good.
Exactly. Man, I know you like to wear those turf straps on turf tape and.
I do that for looks, y'all.
So, Riley, since you're the quarterback, obviously quarterbacks are leaders. They're the main guy that everyone looks at when you strut out there on the field. That's the main guy that everyone's looking at. They're gonna say, okay, what's he gonna do on this drive? How's he gonna correct himself from the other drive? How do you usually have you ever had to deal with pressure? What is your usually process of dealing with pressure?
For me, there's way more pressure before the game, I feel like. But I think once I take that first hit or that first play, it just, it goes away. You block it out. Like, you don't even know what's going on outside you when you're playing. Like, if I was playing with 0 fans there, I wouldn't tell a difference.
Yeah. Because still, not only are all the fans in there, looking at you and, hoping for you, it's also your teammates. They're out there saying, man, Riley needs to hope scores on this drive or does good on this drive. And that can definitely be, struggling because, you got all these people depending on you. And if you don't do it, if you don't do what they want, sometimes, they kind of get discouraged and stuff like that.
Yeah. If I succeed or the team succeeds, they praise you, right?
Right, yeah.
And if you don't, I mean, they won't say anything sometimes. But getting that trust from the teammates is like all that you can ask, and that's what I think me and a lot of my teammates have done, especially like Braden, Matt, and Seth, Daxon. They've gained the trust of some of the players, and whether they do mess up, sometimes they end up being like, okay, he's gonna get the next one and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's always, you can always learn from mistakes that you made the previous drive or the previous game. And it's good, it's good to learn from stuff like that because, some guys can just go out there and just play horribly throughout the game and go out there next week and still not learn from it. And I think that's good that you guys are really, learning from your mistakes. Obviously against MRA, you guys just, fell short. And they're a really talented team. I will say they're really talented. I was sitting behind your dad, Riley, throughout the whole game, and
Shout out Big Jeff.
and he was just talking about how much talent they've got, and so I want to talk about that game. Obviously, first half, it was kind of a close one, but then stuff just slipped in the second half. What do you guys think happened in the second half as a team?
I want to give credit to MRA. They were ready to play. I think, not that saying we weren't, but I think they just
They just wanted it more.
I think they just wanted it more that night. and I know we wanted it, but I don't think we really took into factor like how much they would want it, because
I
Pro,
think our
yeah.
game plan kind of messed up a little bit because all week we're prepared for like a lot of passing,
Mhm.
and they surprised us with like their run
Yeah, they
game.
ran the ball a lot.
Yeah, and that kind of shocked everybody, and they had success on it, and we just
Yeah.
wasn't prepared for that.
I think Chris wants to say something about the game.
I was just gonna comment like against like how we came out against JA. That's how they came out against us. Like that's the game they really wanted. That's the game they wanted to win. And it was a great team. Like Riley said, we'll see them again.
Yeah, of course. And it was a good game. Their defense performed. Stone Bland. I mean, he's.
Yeah,
I know.
took a few
Yeah,
hits from
I
him.
remember that. I saw him. I know you and Stone are friends. I know
Yeah,
y'all
we're
know
pretty
each
good
other
friends.
because y'all grew up, playing baseball together. And he's a big key player on their defense, and it's all I remember watching this other game. He and Braden kind of hit each other, and none of them kind of fell back or anything. They kind of just hit each other, and because they're both. I mean, I will say this though, when Braden hits somebody, I always pray for the other guy to hope that he gets back up.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God. I mean, I've never seen anybody hit somebody as hard as he hits other people. I mean, what was the 21 for MRA? Latham?
Latham, yeah.
He lit him up
Ooh-wee.
hard. He lit him up
Boy.
hard.
That
I
was
mean,
the biggest. That was the biggest high school hit I've ever seen.
I mean, and
Boy.
everyone in the prep stands, I mean, stood up, had their hands over their head, and I mean, it's just insane. And he had a
Brady.
pick six last week. I
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah, he
If Ray would
did.
have hit me like that, we were going to have to fight. And my mom would have fought him too.
Was that the fumble hit or was that the other one?
I don't think it was the
Nah,
fumble.
he didn't fumble,
No.
but he
You
showed
know, he
got.
fumbled on the goal line.
Yeah, I know he fumbled, and but yeah, he just talk about somebody who is just not afraid to hit
That boy
anybody.
dog.
He lowered his head and, you
And
didn't
he's
stop
been
him.
catching attention from colleges this year. I've been seeing on Twitter, a lot of JUCO coaches are coming after him, which I mean he'd be a solid pickup for anybody.
I think that's a great route for him.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day about Braden going JUCO first, and because I mean he's got talent, but I think those 2 extra years would get him faster and stronger. And maybe it may not be at the linebacker position. Maybe they move him at safety or corner or something like that, or like a rolled up safety,
Yeah.
which I think could fit him well. And that's why I think those 2 years could really like mold him.
Yeah,
something like
JUCO can definitely be a learning experience for people. I mean, Philip Short. I mean,
That boy balling out there.
that.
yeah, and I'm a Mississippi Gulf Coast too, so I see him around all the time. But that's the special athlete. I mean, you don't see kids like him come around and at as big as MRA is and play that well, and and you would think that with him, the way that he played and how good he played, that he would be D1 bound, no doubt. But he went JUCO, and I think that's smart. I'm not saying that everyone should go JUCO, but JUCO definitely is a great stepping stone into getting.
Especially Mississippi.
Oh yeah, it's got the best JUCO program. Some of the best teams in the country are right here. Gulf Coast won the national championship last year, and they're out for it again this year. Chance Levertich debate about best quarterback to ever come through prep. It's Chance Levertich, and
I'm gonna say he was.
But he did great, and now he's playing. Now he's playing great at South Alabama. So JUCO products, especially in coming from private school and moving up into the ranks of JUCO, that can really help you out a lot.
Yeah, I think you got to be like mentally tough to go play JUCO ball. And like you said, it's definitely a learning experience because you get 2 extra years.
Yeah.
And after that year, you're going somewhere. And
Right.
Chance definitely took that and went and balled out at South Alabama. And I think when Bray gets there, he's going to ball out his 2 years there and can go somewhere big too.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So after Ely graduated, and all those seniors graduated. Obviously, there was a lot of doubt about you guys coming up into next year. Saying that Ely was the whole team and that that they couldn't run like him and nobody else could run like him. And so so I was coming into you guys, y'all going into your junior year and, with Ely gone and your first year is starting, or you and Jay kind of traded reps a little bit.
Till the 7th game of the year. That was the JA game.
Yeah.
Brickyard.
And so what was y'all's what was your as a team, as a whole, y'all's mentality going into the season, with people saying, that y'all aren't going to be able to run with everybody else?
Yeah, I think I can speak for Matt and me here. When Ely left, or my sophomore year, when we needed a big play, give the ball to Ely, throw it to Ely. Like, he would make that play.
Yeah.
And now you look at it and you're like, okay, we don't have him, so we got to have other people making the plays, whether that's Matt, me, and some of the guys from last year and some of the guys from this year, just a lot of people had to step up.
Yeah. And, that kind of all falls back into, the leadership thing. No disrespect to the guys the seniors last year, but, there wasn't a lot of, big leaders, a lot of leaders. And you guys kind of, took the leadership role as as juniors, and now that you're seniors. Being a leader is very important on a football team because, without a leader, you can't really expect much from a team. So, I love that you guys, the stepping up and coaching up the young guys and getting them ready for next year because, those coaches, they aren't soft. I've been to my fair share of practices and I hear Coach Black and Coach Nix and all of them screaming all the time. So, especially, being with coaches like that, it also takes a strong player to hang with them and to, have them get in your face all the time. So, that's just really good part of, being a leader and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I thought what we did this year a lot better, including like the coaching staff and in practice than last year. Last year my sophomore year is what I'm trying to say. Like, we had all those seniors, a big senior class, so they were always working in the second team too.
Yeah.
And then the next year, when I was a junior or we were juniors, those guys didn't really have the experience. Like, we all didn't really have the experience, so I think that contributed to a lot of what happened last year. But this year, I think we've been doing a lot more. We've been repping a bunch of the juniors. We've been repping sophomores on the defense and offense. So I think next year they're going to be just fine, because they have a bunch of experience.
And yeah, like going into that when the 2018 class left, and like people started to say, "What is prep going to do now?"
Mm-hmm.
I think that was just all media talk, and so the team we like just got together and worked our tail off at this like in the off season and even in season, and we all just got together and like just bonded.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah, and getting to know your teammates also is great. Especially those sophomores that are just not coming in.
Yeah.
Joking with them, giving them a hard time at practice is also a really good way to get to know them. But yeah, coaching up those young guys, man, that can really go a long way, especially for guys who may not get to play all the time, or may not get the experience that all you guys get. But still being on a team and having the older guys coming in and talking to them and just being a good teammate and being a good friend.
Yeah,
I
like to mess with those guys.
Yeah, of course. I want to talk to Chris for a little bit. You want to pan the mic over to Chris for a second? Chris, I want to ask you, I know this is your first year at prep, and you came from Lanier, correct?
Right.
Okay. How's the transition been for you, you moving from Lanier over to prep and getting right at it on the football team as soon as you get here?
Honestly, I could say this. It's a stereotype in like public schools, private schools are soft, this and that. And I had the same mindset when I came over here. But, honestly, you know, they're bigger, stronger, faster, smarter, you know, and they're students of the game. You know, it's very hard. You know, like mentioning Stone. You know, I can speak for me and Dion. I say that's a great player. You know, he's
Yeah.
a student of the game. You know, honestly, we weren't expecting that coming over here. We were expecting it to be a cakewalk. You know,
Mhm.
everything's easier, but you know, it's most definitely not that.
Yeah. And you have become a very key player on the team, not just on offense but on defense as well.
Right.
You know, when you get out there, I always expect a good play coming from you. You know, no matter if it's a run or you're blocking or if you're on defense and you're doing whatever. Um, and in the transition from public school ball to private school ball can definitely be different. I went to public school. I went through a spring training program. Played spring training at Madison Central. And those big guys. I mean, some of those sometimes some of that stuff can get tough.
Yeah.
And with you, you're fitting in perfectly. I mean, better than I've seen. I mean, when you're at the games, everyone's cheering at you while you're on the sidelines. I mean, you're just fitting in great. So how does all that feel? To have you be accepted, coming from Lanier and having everybody, respect you and like you and all that.
As far as the players, like Riley, Seth, Braden, I've been knowing them for a couple of years now because Matt used to always bring me around because I used to always say I want to go to prep, I want to go to prep. As far as the fans welcome me, it's different. I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
I'm not used to packed stands, none of that. So,
Yeah, my dad especially has become a big fan of yours. He's always yelling at you. I remember against MRA, he goes, Chris, why don't they give you the ball? And you turn around and you said, I don't know, man. They just want to run the option.
Yeah, Riley was telling me I gotta keep a level head, this and that, but I feel like I could get the tough yards, but I never question Coach Black. Everything he does is great. I'm one of his followers, so anything he does, I'm with it. You can always disagree, but that's when respect comes in. So whatever he does, I'm 100% with him.
Yeah, and he just picked up 400 career wins,
Right.
and that's a big milestone, especially as a high school coach. So shout out to Coach Black.
Congrats, Coach.
So, what are y'all's obviously this is a dumb question, but y'all's expectations going into playoffs. Number one, obviously, is to win. So what is y'all's mentality going into playoffs? With
Win bad.
yeah, win bad, obviously.
Kill them.
Nobody probably wants to say it, but I'm gonna say it. I want to see MRA again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
wanna see
bet.
MRA again.
I'm sure that some MRA guys will be listening and they'll be ready. I mean, and no, without a doubt, you guys will play them again. I mean, if you guys play the way that you guys have been playing, then no doubt you guys will see MRA again.
Yeah, we will.
And I think that game will be. I think that game will be even bigger than the first one. Because you guys obviously want to beat them after taking that loss against them. And the next time y'all play them, probably will be in the championship. Want to get back to starting up that 7-peat again. I want to start that over.
Yeah, it was definitely hard taking being on the team.
Yeah, that sucked. I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh
last
yeah,
year.
I bet that's no good to listen
That's
to.
gonna be a great accomplishment to win a team that restarts the streak.
Well, see, for me, I've never been on a championship winning team, but I've been around, you guys for so long and watching y'all, especially you and Riley, Matt, watching y'all up and, all the way through JV. We all have done nothing but win, and I love, I feel like, when you guys are winning, I feel like I'm going to be a part of the team as well. If I want to get down there and celebrate with you guys. And when y'all, your sophomore year, y'all won, and how'd that feel, to get out there and Matt, one of the best pictures I've ever seen was when, you remember that picture when?
Yeah, I had that boy locked down.
Yeah,
That whole game.
that was,
Don't forget about my punting job. I was the starting punter, all right.
One of the best punters in the MAIS.
Facts.
Gotta say.
Not is the best punter.
So obviously you guys want to get one more before you leave. You guys want to get one more. Chris, yes, your first one. You guys obviously want to get your last one. So what do your playing style and all that, is there anything that you would change in going into playing in the playoffs? Anything that you would change, or do you think y'all are doing everything the right way?
I wouldn't say change because, we play for Coach Black, and
Yeah.
obviously he's been winning a lot, so
Yeah.
offensive and defensive schemes obviously must work.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say change, but there's some stuff we definitely need to work on,
Yeah.
I guess you can say.
Yeah, just gotta get better.
Yeah, and I think those two games that y'all lost to, y'all can definitely learn from that, and now coming in, PCS shouldn't be a problem. I mean, they should be an easy win.
They got the number one
Running back
in the country.
he's the number one rushing. He's leads the nation in rushing yards.
I didn't see that till today that he was also their quarterback.
Well, that boy
He's also their quarterback, too?
They run Wildcat a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, they do that.
But he'll throw it too.
But
So.
he averaged 45 plus carries a game.
Yeah.
So they
That's like
give
a
it.
running back's dream.
Yeah, he leads the nation in rushing
Like
yards.
what he did against MRA in the first half, that's what most running backs do the whole game. 20 carries for 100 plus yards.
Yeah, but he does that like every
Show
game.
that boy something Friday.
He does it.
Show him something.
Yeah, all right.
It's gonna be a great running game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, you're gonna have to go out there and get him a couple times. Yeah. So we're nearing the end. Want to give a prediction for you guys. Obviously, I know you guys want to win, but I want to hear a prediction. What's gonna happen in the playoffs?
Alright, so this is how the playoffs are gonna go. First week, we got the bye week. Second week, we got Jay. Tough physical game, but we come out on top 28-10.
28-10. Okay.
28-10. And they get their 10. Okay, they're going to score a touchdown in the first half and get a field goal maybe with a minute left in the fourth. And then championship game, that's going to be,
Should be a shootout.
yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah,
shootout.
it definitely will be.
And I think a lot of points will be scored that game. A lot of points were scored last year in the championship game, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But we come out on top in the championship game by a touchdown.
A touchdown.
I'm gonna say same teams, but I think I think the 10 is probably right for them, but I think we're gonna get at least 30.
Do you think
31,
Jay is gonna put up more of a fight this game than they did last game?
And I think they definitely will. They always talking, especially their number 9, Webb.
Spider-Man.
Shout out to Thaxton.
Spider-Man.
If it made sense, the game was closer than the score. If that makes
Yeah. The way that
Yeah.
both teams played, it definitely could have been a closer game.
Yeah.
But
They was talking reckless after the game.
Oh
Though.
yeah.
and I tell you what, that one play you put when you were running and you made, I can't remember who
Max
it was,
Valenta.
Max Valenta,
Shout out to 21.
fall down. I mean, I've never
Ankles, give me them.
Matt, I haven't seen you do anything like that yet.
He claims he got tackled, but it's okay.
Just wait.
All right, we got some hostility going on. I like it. Well, guys, I
Before
appreciate
we
y'all.
end this real quick,
All right.
I just want to tell Jay's number 9 that we got the real number 9.
All right.
Yeah.
Chris, you want to say anything before we head out?
I just want to see MRA. That's about it.
All right.
He's ready for.
All right. Guys, I appreciate y'all for coming on. Definitely, we'll be wishing y'all the best of luck throughout the rest of the
Mom.
season.
Yep.
Shout out Miss Carmen.
Hey, Dad.
And we'll see y'all in the playoffs.
Yeah.
3,
Yes,
2, 1.
sir. Bruh.
That was hard.
You can clap.
I forgot.